Hello Pisces, this is your 2017 reading for September. I was so excited to get the year that I just forgot the month. It's after 9 o'clock. I've already cut and shuffled, so 2 cards. No, just one. Okay. So you have the Devil in reversed as your past. Okay, so hopefully you don't get something similar upright in the present or the future. Okay. So it will be the recent or distant past, the present, and then the future. It's a 3-card spread with clarifiers if necessary. Okay, so 2 cards definitely wanted to show there because I saw one and the other one was already turned over. All major arcana thus far. Justice and Temperance reversed. That's your present. Okay, so you're needing balance, but you don't have it. Or I could see you're being very, very, very forgiving. You could be dealing, with a Capricorn, a Libra, or a Sagittarius. Okay, what's going on in the immediate future? I'm gonna need a lot of clarifiers, apparently. Jeez. Who am I reading for again? There's way too many signs in here. It's supposed to be Pisces. Okay. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles and Page of Swords came out together. Alright. Bottom of the primary. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, I'm clarifying before I start talking about anything. Okay, why is the Devil reversed here in the recent or distant past? Okay. I saw the 1 card. Well, it's only 3. I can deal with it. Okay. So you guys may have gotten divorced. And Libra's in here twice, Justice twice. So with the 4 of Wands and the Devil and Justice, I feel like you got out of a prison. Yeah, somebody most definitely got out of prison. I feel it's a literal, and there's also the figurative, but also people got divorced, and the divorce, like the marriage, was a prison. Like, here's you getting out of shackles, right? And then this is Justice, the judge, and 8 of Swords is trapped in fear, but it's a prison. And this one is a literal prison. That's why I tend to think of this particular card as a prison, literally, as opposed to when I see an actual 8 of Swords card from the general Rider-Waite. And I say marriage because we have the 4 of Wands. Sure, okay. Okay. 6 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like there's still a decision to be made. It's regarding the past. Could be there's a judgment regarding children. I need to clarify. Why is the 2 of Pentacles here? I'm going to clarify with the clarification deck because I don't like to pull once I set it up there. I need another deck is what I need, but I don't have it. Well, I have one, it's just it's missing the star. You know what, fuck it, I'm going to use it. Somewhere. Okay. So the star is missing. You just won't get the fucking star if you need it. Okay. If you need the star, it's going to come out with something else. Alright, so Pisces, September 2017. What messages are there for Pisces for September 2017? I haven't even seen that deck in forever, so I don't even know if it needed to be shuffled. Alright, why is the 2 of Pentacles here? Okay, so it's a literal judgment. I'm just taking the one that I saw. Okay. I'm going to do it again for this next part. It's a literal judgment. I think it's about custody of children in the present. Or just, could be getting married just in a courtroom. No wedding, just having a judge officiate. Okay, 2 cards. 5 of Cups reversed and Page of Wands. So it may be 5 of Cups reversed is talking about it's possible to reconcile with somebody and you're coming out of some sorrow. Maybe that's the revelation. Page of Wands is being very bold and dating. And it's also a message. I think you're going to get some kind of a message about a judgment that brings you out of sorrow. And it could be that somebody's getting out of prison too. But either way, whatever the decision is, the judgment, your 5 of Cups reversed. So you're coming out of some sadness. There's no way that can be bad. Okay. Alright. Why is the 9 of Pentacles? Okay. 9 of Swords. Okay. Very strange, but okay. Why is the Page of Swords here? It's another message. It's upright, so it's truthful messages. Pages of Wands can bring you good testimony in court. Okay. The Empress is the Page of Swords. Bottom of clarification, the Moon. Ooh. So many major arcana. I also want to clarify, why is Justice here? Because we have it twice. So I want to see why it's here just in general. Why is Justice here? Oh, just one. Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, so it's about a mother. So you may have lost custody of children if you're a woman. Why is Justice here? I need one more card. Also, you could be getting a divorce because you were just unfaithful. Or, vice versa. Queen of Wands is meant to be a woman, but... Okay, 7 of Pentacles reversed. That's why Justice. So this is a bad investment. You didn't get justice. Let's say you got divorced, you didn't get justice in the decree. Let's pull this one. The Hierophant reversed. Definitely a divorce. For whoever these readings are for. Okay? So... in the past, you got away from the devil. This could have been a spouse. It could have been this woman, because she's something else when she's in reverse. Okay, you can't trust her. She's unstable. She's kind of bipolar, actually, because it talks about being hot and cold. I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just literally meaning could be bipolar. But they're jealous, easily vindictive, obsessive. They spread rumors. It's pretty bad, okay? I'm also seeing that you should not go into business because I see the need, well, with the 7 of Pentacles right next to it, I see losing money, and it's not worth it. Could be no alimony. I'm seeing it's because somebody's deceitful. So again, I do think somebody's been unfaithful. But it's in the past, and that's why you're getting a divorce. But be economical. Save your money, okay? But again, you could be divorcing a Capricorn. This is somebody who's being led by the nose. They're taking you where you want or where they want. And it may be that you have to be so economical because of this divorce that you're having to differentiate between your needs and your wants. Like, yes, I want this diamond bracelet, but I need to get diapers, that kind of thing. And 7 of Pentacles usually has to deal with farming when it comes with the devil. So I feel like you're not getting a harvest. It'd be like the Empress reversed, for instance. She's upright over here, okay? But in the past, you weren't getting what you needed. You weren't able to You performed the action, but you weren't able to get it. Okay, get with the harvest. Okay, clarifying that, we had the Eight of Wands. Things started moving very quickly. It could have been a revelation of the divorce, or revelation of some kind of infidelity. And you wanted the truth, and you got it. Okay, could have been dealing with a Libra. But you were trying to pray to get your balance, because it was a lot. And you decided you were not going to be passive. You tried to reconcile, try to put the pieces back together to make any kind of headway with this person, and it didn't work. It's right next to Eight of Swords, which tells me imprisonment. So you may have been making appeals to get out of prison, if this is you. You could have been making appeals on behalf of a spouse, because without this person, you don't have much of an income. Or it was taking all of your money to help work on these appeals. With the Page of Swords in here at the very end, okay, your immediate future, with the past and the present, I'm seeing your past and your present decisions will kind of catch up with you, okay? So you may be afraid of going to jail in the past, and so you're paying all this money for an attorney and whatnot to, keep out of jail. Could also be rehab, not necessarily jail, with the Page of Swords here. But whatever is a suspicion to you, like an infidelity, it's well-founded. There's a real sense of entitlement with this Devil person. I feel it could be addictions, just because we have the moon here. And that talks a lot about illusions and addictions, okay? But whatever is going on, it's shaking the foundation. Four of Wands. This is the need for harmony. It's also the marriage tent, okay? It's freedom from oppression. And here we have getting out of jail. And it's like you've been wishing on a star. And then everything starts happening really fast. I don't know if this is you getting out of prison or if this is somebody you know. I feel like you've had to change your mind about something with the 8 here and then the other 8, 2 8s together. But again, you're very stressed about all of this with the Queen of Wands in reverse. You could have some fire signs in your chart. But with this hot and cold, it may not necessarily be a person, although it should be. It could be you don't really know where you stand. Like one minute you think you're going to jail or somebody else is, one minute they're not, that kind of thing. But overall, I've seen whatever you're investing in is not worth it. Ace of Pentacles is a missed opportunity or a loss of money. Usually it's bad news when it's in reverse. With the Hierophant in here, they're both in reverse. When they're both upright, it means happy marriage. But with both of these in here in reverse, it means not a happy marriage, okay? And it could be that this person's going to jail for whatever reason. It may not be. It could just be a really, 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 really bad marriage, and so it feels like a prison. But I just get prison all over this. All right, so then in your present, we also have Justice. It's time for that decision, okay? You have to go with the facts. You've tried reconciling. Didn't work, okay? You try to correct the underlying issues to prevent this from happening again, but there was a revelation with the 8 of Wands, and it made things start going really fast. And here, there's mysteries revealed. It's truth and victory and the need to accept responsibility for something. Justice, when it's upright, especially when it's upright twice, whoever's doing great is going to be rewarded, and whoever's not is going to suffer the consequences. And you're having to weigh the pros and cons like the Two of Pentacles would suggest, of a decision, of a judgment. And it's almost like all of this is on your shoulders. I mean, it's on the judge's shoulders too, but it's on your shoulders. And again, this person may have felt entitled if they committed a crime. Although we don't have criminal in here, we just have jail, which is strange. And then with judgment here, it's a literal judgment. So I feel like there's a court involved. Because the Eight of Wands is here. We don't have the Chariot, but it may be involving speeding. I kind of think of, not a speeding ticket, but a speedy trial. And combined with it, we have Temperance in reverse. So again, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. But with the Devil, it's falling off the bandwagon. Okay, or just abstaining in general. So I mean, those are kind of opposite things, but that's usually what it means. With the Hierophant here, it could be talking about recovering. So recovering after falling off, or you're abstaining because you're recovering. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. So we talked about obsession earlier, like you're getting out of an obsession, which was a prison. So it could have been addiction. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in your immediate future. I just want to kind of go over there real quick because these were right next to each other, just in different times. So Temperance and Nine of Pentacles means that you've gotten smarter. You've gained in wisdom so you could leave behind all your excess without obsessing about it. So no more obsession. Okay. But I feel like things just, we talked about trying to reconcile. You go to court, there's a judge, you get a judgment because you have irreconcilable differences. You just could not make it work. And again, I'm seeing stress again, stress. So that may be what the whole relationship's about. It's just lots of stress. I feel with that Nine of Pentacles again that you could be entrapped in material success. Like you have a love obsession for money. Not you necessarily, but somebody you're with. And it looks like there's not a lot. With the Six of Cups, I think it has to deal with children. So again, you could be trying to decide about children. Okay, so with that Temperance here and the Six of Cups, it's about enjoying the simple things in life again, just like when you were a kid. And with the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, you've been wasting money. Okay, so there may be a literal judgment about wasting money, so I could kind of see some, the only word I can think of is Ponzi scheme. I could see that going on here. Some kind of theft in that kind of way. And it could be with somebody from your past. Somehow that's coming into play because that's what Six of Cups makes me think of. And you're wanting just to enjoy the simple things in life, and that's why you're wanting some money. But you're not spending your money wisely, which I can understand. You want something, but it's like you're in a prison because of the way you spend money. But again, I'm seeing not a happy marriage. So again, when it comes to spending money, it may not be you. It could be somebody you know or the person you're divorcing, because I feel divorce is all over this thing, okay? And with the Moon as an outcome, that's a secret. There could very well be secret spending. You know how people don't find out things about their spouses until the divorce? Like, oh, so-and-so has $60,000 in debt, okay, Then we have judgment as what this Two of Pentacles is about. It's about the judgment. It's about the literal judgment. Something coming out. Somebody's going to receive justice or forgiveness. And because forgiveness is in reverse and justice is upright, I think you want to give this person justice. So again, somebody could have taken your credit card, and spent all your money. That could be an identity theft as far as that goes. But I feel like it has to do with marriage. And what it makes me think of is I've known people who've been divorced, and a spouse will go take the credit card and charge it all the way up, max it out, and then leave the spouse responsible for it. I'm also seeing innocence with judgment in the upright position. And you're trying to get a renewal or a healing with temperance, but it's not happening. So again, no reconcilable differences here. And with Six of Cups here, you're definitely reconnecting with past people. I'm not sure why all this is coming up. This could be you're reconnecting with another person from your past who's not a spouse. Or you're reconnecting with a past person who is getting out of prison for, some kind of theft. Or somebody who went to prison after having stolen from you. It doesn't have to be literal spending money, but that's what I'm seeing. It could be just somebody took something of yours without your permission. Now, Nine of Pentacles coming up with the Judgment card talks about renewed confidence. So it's as if you're going to feel like you can trust this person again. Now, I don't think it's a current spouse, because I definitely see unhappy marriage and irreconcilable differences. But then there's more that's adding on to this, and there's a person from your past. And you may be trying to juggle a person from your past and your spouse that you're divorcing. Okay. What else popped out for that is the Page of Wands. I feel as if this is behaving freely, being bold, and spontaneous. And now it's more stable when it comes to dating. And again, there could be a child involved. I feel like it could be more like 2, but then we have 5 of Cups, reconciling with somebody from the past. So again, that's in here. Now, for those of you who are going through custody battles, it may not be reconciling with a love from the past, like romantically, because the 6 of Cups is a children's card. It could be, you couldn't reconcile with a spouse, but then you get custody of your children. And that's who you're reconciling with from the past. I could definitely see that. That's why I was feeling like there's 2 different people. Because one relationship's not working out whatsoever, and the other one could be. So if you've had your children taken from you, you get them back. It may be shared custody, though. Let's go to your immediate future. And this is happening in the present. So sometime in September, this should be happening. In your immediate future, we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is you single, okay? Probably for the ladies out there, but it could be anybody. You're not married anymore, okay? You're working, you're self-sufficient, you got your own house, that kind of thing. And you're celebrating. It's finally over. You're very independent and grateful, self-sufficient even. Now, with the Devil in here, it's in reverse, okay? So some of you may have been going to court due to robbery, because that's what's indicated with the Devil and 9 of Pentacles. And I did talk about see somebody stealing money. So now that I'm over here, I'm actually seeing some of that. It's just clarifying the past and the present. You may be going to court because somebody stole money from you, but it's robbery and violence. And I can see that with the Devil. I don't see it with much anything else, but there could have been some domestic violence. It could be just stranger violence, anything. You could have gone to prison for this, and that's why your kids were separated from you. It just depends on all who you are, okay? Now, clarifying this 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords, suffering in silence. Having 2 9s clarifying each other does talk about something's almost done, okay? I feel like somebody's accepting responsibility for how horrible the situation was, that they failed at something. And just so you know, with the Empress here, it talks about unwise spending. So somebody is taking responsibility. This could be you. I mean, you're going to know who you are. I'm just seeing so many different things in here. They're all kind of coalescing. There's a lot of spending money poorly. But that's what I'm seeing. Not able to confront what's going on, but then accepting responsibility for it. The need to do that. And once you do, you're successful. Like you start having more luxury. Or you have luxury after somebody else admits responsibility. Or you confront this person for what they've done to you. Because it's not just robbery, it's also violence. So I could see something like being held at gunpoint, that type of thing. All right. Also, in your immediate future, we have the Page of Swords. This is very direct communication. So you may have to be very straightforward with somebody. Because you were restless, you were seeking harmony, you couldn't get it with a particular person. But you may just want them to receive justice. And this could be like executing the sword of justice. When you have this card, it says be careful about information you give out, because somebody may take your information and use it. So again, I can see identity theft here. But there's violence attached to this somehow. It could be like very rude or too direct kind of communication. And with Six of Cups, this also says that you were too trusting, a little naive, with maybe a childhood friend or a past lover that you had somebody you had a history with, and they just kind of took advantage of that. Clarifying the, if I can grab it, the Page of Swords, we have the Empress. I do see new beginnings for you. So good news there. With the Six of Cups, it talks about having happy children. And just so you know, the page can be another child. So I do see 2 children in here. Maybe you only get 1 child back at first. And then you have to be successful and work hard and admit responsibility for something, like take ownership. Or somebody does, and then you get the other child, okay? And then who knows, you may end up pregnant again. If you're a woman, obviously. But, you know, Six of Cups talks about happy children, and that's what you're working for. I think the results are going to be better than you expect. Again, I'm seeing more freedom. And I feel like you're going to start healing from doubt and hate regarding this person and fear. Especially around the home. Somebody may have broken into the home. And this is a woman who's aspiring to empowerment for herself and her family and her friends. You may even end up getting married again at some point. But the way you're healing from all of this is a grace card. So you're having to provide grace to somebody. Because without it, you're going to be this Nine of Swords person, suffering in silence. They're right next to each other. So you're going to have to provide that. I'm also seeing it's going to be a little bit of a struggle because she's always watching, always nurturing to make sure everything is able to be harvested. And then, where was it? 7 of Pentacles, you weren't able to harvest. But then towards the end, you get to harvest. But it's only after confronting something, accepting your own responsibility as well as confronting somebody else and saying what you need to say rather directly, really honest. I think you were afraid of failure, afraid of ending a marriage, but you ended up leaving anyway, and now you're not afraid anymore. But either way, I think you have to communicate. There could be a little bit of spying, but it's not negative, okay? I do see that you need to be very sharp when you have a conversation with this person. Be careful of gossip, because with the devil here, that's a possibility. So again, don't give out too much information, because things could spread just through gossip. And if you're trying to have good testimony in court, make sure you refrain from revealing things that don't need to be known, because people can be called to testify against you in court. There's a lot of court in here. All right, now we have the moon. It's 18, so we have another 8, plus 8 plus 1 is 9, so we get another 9. With the moon in here, you could be dealing with oh wait, it's you, Pisces, never mind. This is your card, so you're the outcome here. I'm not sure why you're dealing so much with court, but with the Page of Swords, it does talk about spying, okay? Either you could be spying, or somebody's spying on you, or you're having friends spy on someone. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing, so, okay. And with the 9 of Swords, it is causing you some anxiety thinking about this person, because they have deceived you, but you could be paranoid that they're getting out. It doesn't have to necessarily be prison, it could be rehab, okay? And they just caused you a lot of trouble. And lots of fear. But overall, a couple times I've seen the need to be flexible. So that's some advice I'm going to give you. In different cards, there's at least 2 different cards. With this one, we're saying be flexible. Because there's the saying you have to move through the fears. Some things will be a little distorted, especially if you're paranoid, okay? I'm also seeing past efforts are going to help you out here. So whatever you did back in here is going to help you. Here, in reverse, this is not good. She needs to strive to do everything with integrity, and it looks like it wasn't done with integrity. So at any point in time, make sure that you're acting right, because with the Page of Swords here and Justice twice, that tells me people are going to get what's coming to them, okay? And you want a new, fresh start. And the moon here is about truth being revealed. And it could be dealing with, I don't know, some kind of creative calling with Judgment over here. It doesn't, yeah, I don't see that a whole lot. I mean, I'm not sure why that's coming up. That may be how you get back on your feet. You know, you need a job when you're not with somebody because you've had money troubles. And, you know, you lost a job, you've been worried about money so much because there's not somebody else there to support you. And maybe you go on a creative calling. That could be TV, radio, art, film. I think I said writing, but it could be that. So all of those things are things that I'm seeing. But there's still some spying going on. I think that's why, okay, that could be the identity theft. Because the identity theft and the spying are talking about the future, that may be something that comes up for you. So just be a little vigilant about that, because this is being vigilant. But I'm also thinking because these two are next to each other, you're very amped up. You're very excited about being successful, about having a new start, about all this material harvest. You're very excited. So again, this could be you that's, maybe you get some kind of payoff. Maybe you're found not guilty, whatever. If you're the one who has done this crime, which I don't believe so. And this could be anxiety, but anxiety can sometimes be not sadness so much as just feeling amped up, okay? So that may be what this is. This is lots of excitement. I know it doesn't look like it, but... All right, Pisces. Good luck for the month of September. You have a lot going on, tons of major arcana. So big deals are happening for you guys. All right, let me know how it ends up, because it shouldn't be resonating completely right now, just because September's not over. But let me know how it ends. Good luck.